Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual master who opened my eyes which were blinded by ignorance and darkness. So, we have been talking about lust. Krishna is explaining to Arjuna what is lust, what are the different degrees of lust. And today we are going to hear some more about the nature of lust. Lust, Krishna says, lust is like fire. It has the potency to devour us. The more we try to satisfy our senses, the more agitated they become. And Krishna gives an example. He says, like fuel, when put in fire, the fire blazes. Similarly, we are trying to satisfy our senses. The more we satisfy, they are never satisfied. They are always asking for more, 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 and more. According to Bhagavad Gita, now this is very interesting. What is the center of all activities? Like we do multiple activities and different people do different kind of activities. We all have different jobs, we buy different homes, we do different activities for entertainment, and in this world there is a whole lot going on. And why is everybody doing what they are doing? Bhagavad Gita says, according to Bhagavad Gita, the center of all activities is sex life. And let that sink in. Now, the further explanation is, in the ordinary prison house, criminals are kept within bars. Why? Because they don't follow the laws of the government, so they are put behind bars. Similarly, when human beings don't follow or are disobedient to the laws of the Lord, laws of God, they are shackled by sex life. And advancement of material civilization on the basis of sense gratification means increasing the duration of one's material existence only. Krishna is questioning the advancement of material civilization. Where is the world going with material civilization? One may think satisfying the senses in a more sophisticated way is advancement, right? Now, you have different kind of foodstuffs. In foodstuff you have multiple varieties and you have so much going on in the food industry, and it was not there 100 years, 200 years, 300 years before. People ate simple food. There was not so much variety. Yet, was that advancement? Is this advancement? Question to ponder. The Bhagavad Gita is saying that until we provide the senses remnants of the Lord, any other means of satisfying the senses is just increasing one's birth after birth after birth after birth. So, Bhagavad Gita is showing us a long term vision. It's just not talking about this lifetime, it's talking about multiple lifetimes and how the action I do today is either scaling up many more lifetimes for me, or I can choose to do an action which is actually liberating me from multiple lifetimes of birth and death. Krishna says lust is the symbol of ignorance by which the living entity is kept in this material world. Now, This seems to be a big one, lust. While one is enjoying one's senses, one may say, hey, I'm feeling happy, so I want to do it more. Great. But Krishna is saying, actually, that so called feeling of happiness is the ultimate enemy of the sense enjoyer. Now, this lust is sitting in the garb of a friend. One may think, hey, I'm enjoying it. It's nice. Let me do it more, 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 more. Yet, in a long term view, what that action is doing for us is nicer to know from the Bhagavad Gita. Like a child wants to always play, yet the child needs to be disciplined. There has to be a time for play, there has to be a time for learning. So it needs discipline. Likewise, the senses always want to enjoy, yet the senses need to be trained. One may ask, what kind of training? Like to educate the child is put into school and one follows the curriculum of the school. Likewise, to discipline the senses, there is Bhagavad Gita, in which Krishna says how the senses need to be used and how the senses need not to be used. So, Krishna is giving us a global view, 1,000 feet, a million feet, a trillion feet view of how one gets this human body and how many bodies we have taken before, how many bodies we take after. We are in control, and Krishna is teaching us to take control of our life. And I invite you all to uh, take control of our own lives. Welcome. Thank you. Hare Krishna.